y'all, it's Ashlyn. What's good? I'm back. Back and better than ever. No, just kidding. I wanted to come back and give you guys a few updates on me studying abroad in Korea starting next month. I leave February 27th. So one of the biggest things I wanted to talk about is, with COVID, South Korea has certain quarantine procedures for incoming travelers, and that means that you have to quarantine and isolate for 2 weeks. I think it sounds nice. You get to relax for 2 weeks after you arrive. But my family and I assumed that I would just quarantine with my host family, which, speaking of, I do not have yet. They still haven't found a permanent placement for me. So I might end up living with a representative from the Korean side of the exchange, which is fine. A host is a host, but we assumed that I'd quarantine with my host family. But that is not the case. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, ASSE called me and they're like, "Hey queen, you gotta pay $1,750 if you want to go to Korea because you gotta pay for quarantine." So there's a quarantine facility in Ulsan, which is like southeast, I think. I have a map of Korea right there. From my Korean friend's mom, bless her heart, she wants me to study. It's on the southeast side of Korea. It's by the coast. It's like on the coast, really. So I will have to, quarantine. And honestly, it was kind of like a shock because you pay so much for, like, the exchange itself was like $13,000. No, it was $12,000. But they just kind of sprung it on us. They're like, "Hey, you gotta pay $2,000 more." And we did, because we didn't really have a choice, you either pay or you wait until August. So I cannot leave in August. I have to go now or I can't go at all. So we had to pay. There's no other way around it. But they gave us lots of information on the quarantine facility after we asked for information. At first they were just like, "Hey y'all, you gotta pay." So we were like, "Hey, can you give us more information on that?" And then I think it was like a week after they told me I had to pay, they finally gave us more information on the quarantine facility itself. So it's like a 2-week long stay in a facility provided by KISE, which is the Korea side of exchange programs. KISE is providing the quarantine facility. And honestly, I feel like I still don't know enough about the facility itself. But I do know that, I get 3 meals a day and snacks. Throughout my 2 weeks of isolation, I get 10 hours of online Zoom Korean lessons. So that's kind of exciting, And I get to learn Korean while I'm isolating in a Korean hotel. Very nice. And there is one thing that I'm not very excited about. So I have to fly to Korea, right? To get to Korea, obviously. But upon my arrival at Incheon, the airport, I have it's like a 5-hour bus ride to Ulsan to quarantine. So that kind of sucks, but it's whatever. It'll make for a good YouTube video, my quarantine process. I get snacks, I get meals, I have a private room with a private bathroom, and that's pretty much the update right now. I don't have a host family, so I can't update you on that, sorry. And I don't have a visa yet either, so I'm freaking out a little bit because my pre-departure orientation is on January 31st, and so hopefully by then I'll have a host, but if not, we gon' see. I'll keep y'all updated. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram in the video description. So you guys can message me there if you have any questions, or if you just want to follow along with the process and see my awesome selfies. No, that's a joke. I'm kidding. Where am I? So that's all for today's update. I hope you all are doing well, and I suppose I will see y'all next time. All right, bye-bye.